I worked with different TV shows on Friday's TV channels, such as Пацанки, Tomboys, or Орел и Решка, very popular. It was Evening with Regina Todorenko and Food I Love You.
Friday, 2x2,
Yes.
TV3, and Subbota.
Yes. But the animation person doesn't ask any payment. Yes, doesn't late to the shooting. So
the most loyal host
yes,
ever.
Absolutely. I was able to find the best solution for especially every brand, every product. There is no simple way to change your career. Of course, this is the risk, but I think this is the risk we can take then to ensure that we are happy and successful. But if opportunities strikes into you, how it was with me, grab it and embrace it with everything you have. It's more important to build partnership relationships, trust relationships, to hold the respect of yourself in the end of the day. This is priceless. Remember about your values and brand's values and create something cool, useful, smart, kind.
Welcome to the She Did It show, the show that highlights and celebrates the achievements of female leaders and creative entrepreneurs. We believe that every woman has a story to tell, and that by sharing those stories, we can inspire others to pursue their dreams and achieve their goals. Through in-depth conversations with successful female leaders from a variety of industries, we explore the challenges and triumphs of their journeys and uncover the strategies and techniques used to build thriving businesses and lifestyles that they desire. Whether you're an entrepreneur just starting out or an established professional looking for fresh ideas and inspiration, the She Did It show has something for you. Subscribe to our channel and let's get started. I'm your host, Daria Mutrova, and I'm happy to present to you our today's guest, Valeria Gorshkova, sales professional with 6 years of experience in media advertising industry. She became Salesperson of the Year in the largest media holding in Russia and Eastern Europe. After 10 years working as a lawyer, Valeria changed her career path and started working as advertising sales representative, leading advertising and brand collaborations for Russian key celebrities. After that, Valeria worked in one of the major media holdings, Gazprom Media, as advertising producer, and then as sponsorship executive specialist for 4 major entertainment TV channels in Russia: Friday, TV3, 2x2, and Subbota. She exceeded all annual sales plans for 4 those channels. And a couple of weeks ago, she received her visa for extraordinary talents in the US. And I'm super excited to see you today in our studio, Valeria.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and I'm flattered.
Oh my gosh, that will be an amazing conversation, I'm sure. You have a great experience and background working on TV as sales executive, as advertisement producer, and you have such an interesting pathway. You changed your career path, being a lawyer for 10 years, and then you started to work in media. Yeah, it's exciting. We'll talk about all of that. Yeah, but I would love to start talking with you about your first chapter in media industry. You've been working with key celebrities in the MEM media agency.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's exciting, and I'm sure the information which we'll share with each other will be useful for people who would love to set up brands collaborations. And yeah, let's start with that.
Oh, thank you. Let's start. I'm flattered and nervous a little bit, of course. I believe that I will share something interesting with our audience of your show.
Thank you. So yeah, my first question, how did you reach out for brands who wanted to work with celebrities? What was the process?
As a sales person, of course, I used and made cold calls, emails, and also social networks. I can say that Facebook and LinkedIn help a lot, because when you reach out the person and the person can see your picture, the outcome is better, and you will most likely to set up the appointment to discuss the future collaboration and the possibility of working together. So I used this.
Oh my gosh, social media, yeah, and networks is a key. Like
Yeah.
today, you can actually, you see the portfolio of people, you can see lots of things, yeah.
Yeah, I started, I didn't have any experience before. I used to be a lawyer. So when I transferred to this new industry, I didn't understand how to reach out the brands. I called them, and then I started to use Facebook, and I understood that it worked much more better. Your appearance, your social media profile work better, and people usually agree to set up an appointment, and then you can discuss all opportunities and possibilities of working together to present all the services of your employer or directly media advertising agency.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you had so many interesting people in your portfolio. I'm sure that helped, like Skate Varnava, right?
Yes, our agency worked at that time with Ekaterina Varnava. It was exclusive relationships, and some girls from Comedy Woman show, very popular in Russia. Yeah. We did commercial posts on celebrities' social media profiles. We also created, especially mostly TV advertising, TV video advertising, and celebrity marketing. So if the brand wanted to work with the celebrity, for example, but they used another production, not our production. So the all agreement about using the celebrity's image and celebrity's voice, all this agreement were through our agency.
Yeah, it's amazing. But what were the metrics which brands actually paid attention when they decided to make this collaboration with celebrity? I'm sure like the whole profile of the media celebrity made sense, but also something.
So first of all, I can say this is audience of the celebrity. If the celebrity represents brand's values and the audience of the celebrity is the same, like connect with and correspond with target audience of the brand. There is no metrics that can measure the level of popularity. So usually we look at the number of followers of the social media profiles, celebrities' social media account. So
like Instagram.
Absolutely, yeah. Instagram or YouTube channel, so something like that. And I can say that modern trends and personal preferences can influence on the decision with which star brand will collaborate. And I sometimes noticed that especially small companies, the decision with which star work was due to the personal preferences of the founder, for example, or
this is life,
stakeholder, yes.
Yeah.
And also crucial to look at if the celebrity collaborated with competitors of the brand or was involved to some scandals, for example. So it's many points that we need to compare.
To account when
yes.
they offer. What regularly celebrities and like key influencers in Russian media, what regularly they offer? What typically they offer to the brand?
The most common, in my perspective, this is commercial posts on their Instagram profiles, of course, and also like celebrities advertising. The when you use the celebrity's image and voice for TV advertising or radio advertising, digital, outdoor, etc. Some brands want to create like a special product line with the celebrity, but usually if the brand decides to create this line, so they also use the image for different materials for TV, radio, and digital advertising. So collaborate with this celebrity also. And I can say that sometimes some brands want to have this celebrity for their special events. For example, to present keynotes or just to host the special event. So
Nice.
something like that.
Yeah, wow, it's actually great. And actually, you just mentioned about like our representation on different media channels, as like TV, radio, etc. I know actually that you obviously you had an amazing experience working with TV. After that, yeah.
Yes, it was when I transferred to Gazprom Media. Of course, I started to work with, first of all, 3 entertainment TV channels as an advertising producer. So it was like account manager, but inside of the company, we called it advertising producer. And when I switched to a sales department position, so I worked with 4 TV channels, because Subbota TV channel, this is a new TV channel in Russia.
Yeah, so it's actually Friday, which was previously MTV.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Friday, 2x2.
Yes.
TV3 and Subbota.
Yes.
It's major, like it's just amazing.
I'm honored that I had this experience, because all of these TV channels, they have growth dynamic for their rating and share. Their possibilities, like advertising possibilities, was like comprehensive. So it helped me to reach goals for my clients and to offer better solutions, because every TV channel has their language, their theme and message, different hosts. So I was able to find the best solution for especially every brand, every product.
Yeah, actually, talking about sponsored project, what type of sponsored project TV regularly offers to brand? And
yeah, usually when we talk about sponsorship project, this is kind of product placement inside of TV show. Just the regular common package of it. We have the possibility to use advertising, video advertising inside of this TV show. Then we create the scene when the host shows the product and speaks about product's USP. And also we created co-branded promo. So imagine that every TV channel promote the TV show and drive the audience to come and see this show, for example, Wednesday at 7 p.m. And we mix the advertising video of the brand with this promo. So it was like collaboration, and we reached a more audience. Yes, because this promotion, we put it on air in different timelines. So we draw more audience than the only audience of the direct TV show.
Yeah, so actually there is just advertising and the sponsorship package. It's something inside of the show. It's not like what regularly like brand just send like some videos to like an.
No,
so
yes, and yes and no. So the package also includes the possibility to put just regular video inside of the TV show.
But inside,
yes, inside and very close to the show. So the audience don't understand that the advertising started. So they still think this is kind of the part of the show. And usually we offer to our clients to create a specific, like customized video to use the identity of the TV show So this video literally was kind of part of the show.
It's amazing, yeah, for the brand.
Yes.
It feels like much better than just regular
Absolutely,
advertising.
but sponsorship, not only the product placement inside of TV show, because we created and came up with different ideas for the campaigns. For example, we can put special frames inside of the series and movies. We also was able to integrate the brand and product to the identity of the TV channel, or to create an absolutely new customized project. So sponsorship is not only just collaborate with some direct TV show. It's wider.
Yeah, I see. So you created some like graphic frames, and you integrated this to different shows and different program on your channel.
Yes.
Programs. Yeah, great. How did you choose the channel? How did you match the brand and the channel? How did you choose the best match when you've been working?
It depends on the brief, of course. So first of all, I pay attention to the affinity index of the TV channel. This is how viewers of TV channel correspond to the target audience of the brand. Second one, we also look at TV rating and share. And of course, for the brand, better to collaborate and work with TV channel with growth dynamic, because you always have more at the end of the show when the show on air, when on your pre-sale stage, because of the growth of the TV channel. And also better to consider how many shows the TV channel creates by themselves, because the more production that TV channel can provide, the better solution we can have in the end. And of course, budget. Different TV channels have a different range of budgets.
Of course, yeah.
Yes, and the second stage, of course, we need to choose the show. So here we also pay attention on audience, because the viewer of the show can be different, not like regular viewer of the TV channel. Also, we look at tone of voice of the show. For example, high intensity like reality show may not be suitable for the brand, which tone of voice is around, for example, family relationships.
Yes.
And we also look at how the integration will be like organic in the show. Here is also pretty simple, because if I work with a travel show, so travel show is the best solution for ticket services, for example, or if we talk about cooking shows are the best solution for kitchen equipment and food products. And also budget. This is a crucial role in every agreement.
Some shows are more expensive.
Yes, absolutely.
Some less. Yeah, like why would brand choose TV sponsorship project rather than other media opportunities? And continuing this question, what's the role of sponsored TV package in omnichannel marketing approach?
So nowadays, sponsorship, this is a very important part of every media mix. TV is still the largest media, and sponsorship allows us to demonstrate the product. This is very important. And through the sponsorship, the brand can increase loyalty of their target audience, and to communicate with this audience through TV channels, language and image. This is very important. So it helps to rise lots of metrics. For example, according to the results of integration sponsorship, we saw that their brand's metrics is 30% higher than in direct advertising. and two times more likely that viewers will recommend the product if they have seen the sponsorships in the favorite show, and 2 times more likely they will remember another advertising of this brand, and also 3 times higher recall and brand awareness.
It's amazing. So actually, you partly answered my next question, like about advantages and disadvantages of TV sponsorship projects. Is there like any pros and cons?
Absolutely. There's some pros and cons, but more pros, of course.
Pros, right?
Yes, pros are multi-million reach, brand image improvement, also increasing brand awareness, detachment from competitors, and sales proposal. In my perspective, cons are high involvement. So the brand's representative must be involved in every stage of the projects, and it's for some months.
Yeah, of course.
So it's a long process. And also, I think the con is that is very pretty difficult sales procedure if to compare with direct advertising on TV or just digital advertising. So we need to negotiate and to anticipate lots of things.
Channel and brand.
Yes, absolutely.
Obviously, it's a long process. Are there like any of your favorite sponsorship projects which you've been involved to and you negotiated?
Yes, of course. All of my projects are favorite, but my favorite show is customized show between 2x2's TV channel and Tuturu. So Tuturu, this is an IT company in Russia. Especially this is a service. You can find tickets, you can book hotels and find tips for traveling. In 2019, they wanted to shape the image of a modern IT company, and they wanted to draw new audience, especially audience who prefer to play computer games, like geek audience, and like audience from pop culture. But 2x2 TV channel, this is a TV channel with animation, such as The Simpsons, South Park, Rick and Morty. They also have lots of their own animation projects. They have an animation studio inside of the TV channel. The audience of the TV channel is people between 11 and 34 years old.
It's a big range, actually, yeah? So
no, for TV channel, it's not a big range. But this is like a young audience, and it's adult children. We called it adult children.
All right.
This is people who earn good money, but they still like to ride bikes, skates, they play computer games, they are geeks. So that's why 2x2's TV channel fits brands' needs like perfectly. So especially for Tutu's needs, we created a new show, Tutorial. So the Tutorial, this is the show about geek culture, pop culture, and this is the show. We used the image of the computer game, but from the first person. So it was absolutely unique solution, unique for the TV. And every episode shows 5 different and unique places for geek places. And one more secret place was on brand's YouTube channel. So that's why we draw new audience, and we wanted to introduce social networks of the brand also. I can't say all KPI because this is a trade secret.
Secret information.
Yeah, but I can say that the affinity index of this campaign was 200 against of usually 80. And this case became the finalist of the EFI award. This is the honor of in advertising in Russia. Yeah, it was
awesome.
like absolutely incredible commercial success.
Yeah, so using like the animated character and integrated to real stuff, right?
Yes, but you know what? To work with animation is very useful because every animation character in 2x2's TV channel, this is kind of the host if to compare with another channel. But the animation person doesn't ask any payment. Yes, doesn't late to the shooting. So
the most loyal host
yes,
ever.
Absolutely. So you don't have these cases. Oh my God, I don't drink milk, or oh my God, I don't want to take these pills. So our animation like hero will just tells everything, all USPs of the product.
That's what you want, right? And the brand wants. Amazing. Yeah, it's great creative solution actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Talking about your sales experience, so you actually advanced from advertising producer to salesperson at this at these channels. Yeah, talking about the role of your role in finalizing the deal for the brand. How that went?
Yeah. No, first of all, I can say that my transition from the producer to sales department position was pretty logical. So I had worked with production teams very closely. I understood all the processes of implementation of the project. So it helped me to offer the best solutions for my clients as a salesperson. And I think that the role of the sales manager, salesperson, is critical because if the project will take place or not, largely depends on the salesperson. First of all, the sales manager needs to understand brand's tasks, and then to choose opportunities, like to make the best proposal, and especially to negotiate about the cost of these projects. It's also critical and crucial. And I think that my previous experience as an advertising producer, to understand all the projects, like all the shows inside, from the inside, I could tell my clients about some nuances and to not to have unexpected, outcomes in the future. So it helped me to build trust relationships with my partners.
Yeah, knowing the process, like from one side and from another side, really builds the authority and the amazing experience and background to lead projects with brands. Yeah, after finalizing the deal, the contract with the brand, I guess you're working like with production team, right, of the channel, and you participating in all steps of producing this sponsorship collaboration.
Yeah.
What's your role?
So,
how does it happen?
As a salesperson, so it was not my responsibility to implement the project. But in my perspective, you should to guide your client post-sale. So you must be involved to implementation also, because it's very often to have some like conflict situation, and the only salesperson can mitigate this situation and handle problems. I worked as a salesperson, so I started to work with advertising producers very close, not with production teams directly. So all my communication was through the producers.
Right?
Yes, but because I used to be a producer by myself, I worked with most of the TV shows. I understood scenarios, I understood some nuances. That's why sometimes I was able just to create an idea for the brand just sitting in our meeting. So I didn't ask the producer to let me, to offer something for the brand. I totally was sure that this is what we can do.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, what else?
I mean, I guess, it's a big negotiation process, and you're like negotiator between both sides. But speaking about like the big TV shows, right? Yeah, it can be the TV show kind of helps you also, like the image and everything. But if it's unproven and new TV show, and the brand still doesn't know much about that, how would you pitch that show to the brand? Will be my the biggest question.
The biggest question, and I can say that of course many brands don't want to collaborate with new shows. They prefer to look at them at the air, first of all, but I see lots of advantages to work with new show. So first of all, every TV channel is very careful about their content. So if the TV channel creates the idea of the new show, so it's most likely the show will be very successful. Also, the new show is a new information occasion. So it's an opportunity to stand out from other advertising noise. And of course, it's the opportunity to be ahead of the brand's competitors. And this is very challenging, I can say. Yes, new TV shows challenged me all the time. But I like to align brands with shows they don't know yet, but will love.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. And especially the authority of the channel helps.
Absolutely,
still,
yes.
You kind of understand that no matter what, but you will do the best to make this show successful on the channel and everything.
Yeah, but the most challenging to talk about the cost of the new TV show, frankly.
Because you still don't know?
Because some brands, they think that if it's show just created yesterday, for example, and nobody knew about the result and the rating and share of this TV show, it should be less expensive, yes.
All right.
But it's not true. Usually new shows even more expensive than regular show. Because most of the time the idea of the show bigger, and the TV channel wants to draw new audience, to attract new audience. So the idea of the show, the concept of the show, much better and maybe unique than other shows. So it can be even more expensive.
Yeah, and some fresh ideas always catch attention, and people want something new.
Yeah, and the brand could be pioneer in this show.
Well, what's great about that? Yes, but building those relationships for long term, it can be easy for the brand. Yeah, talking about this type of sponsorship projects, did you work on any different type or creative project different than just the sponsorship packages? Did you implement something different than regular
absolutely
integrations?
So as I said before, sponsorship is not only product placement inside of the TV show, it's also co-branded identity of between TV channel and brand. So many different types of sponsorship. But recently, especially due to the COVID time and some different crises, customized project, especially with short production steps, these projects are gaining more and more popularity. And sometimes we have cases when just brand came with the brief, and we had a suitable show, but the brand just missed the shooting. Or we have appropriate show, but its air doesn't fit the brand's activity timeline. So in these cases, TV channels created customized projects. And I had different cases, so in my experience...
unexpected situations happened?
Absolutely. Examples of such customized projects can be the travel show Gastro Tour on Friday's TV channel. So I worked with the bank, Bank in Russia. This bank specializes on agricultural sector. So their goals were not only to talk about their products. They also wanted to promote the agricultural sector, to talk about farming business. So we didn't have appropriate show, and we decided to create the idea of the Gastro Tour. So our host traveled and visited different farms in different cities. So we talked about the industry and we talked about the advantages to collaborate directly with Russell House Bank. So we reached different needs at that time.
So you kind of created a special
Yes,
project for them.
absolutely. Also, I had a case with travel service. It's also very popular in Russia, Ruspass. They wanted also to promote local tourism. Like domestic.
This one with Irina Ponoroshko.
Yes,
Okay.
this is the show with Irina Ponoroshko. This is like kind of short show, not like hours or something like that. This is just video around 15 minutes. The idea was that we didn't have appropriate show that time during the summertime. And we came up with an idea to involve the TV's audience. So the viewers of Friday's TV channel created the video about their cities. It was kind of UCG content.
It's amazing.
And
wow.
they put and uploaded these videos to a special landing. And then after some times, the best videos, of course, were on air on Friday's TV channel. So it was very good show. Very interesting with viewers, and I can say that we just caught ourselves that we put on air the first video from the just regular viewer. Then we started to have more and more works because people didn't believe they can be on air because they are not celebrities or something like that. But when they understood that this is real, they started to create more and more videos about their cities, and it was kind of like extremely high level of production, and amazing because we have lots of creative people, so it's very talented people.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great when the channel is kind of like open-minded for new type
Yes.
of collaborations and wants to do that. Did you have like any situation when the channel, like how you negotiated some questionable problems or something between the channel
Yeah.
and the brand when you was looking
Yeah.
for this right solution, and how did you do that? Like what was your role in this
Yeah.
process?
This is my favorite topic. All these changes, I love it. Yeah.
And last minute changes.
Changes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
So I can
something.
say that TV industry, this is a very fast-paced and changing environment. So all the time we have changes, and it can be like different airing time, new hosts, new concepts. Sometimes it's a completely different show. You can just solve the show, and after some time it's another show. And nobody, there is no brand who likes these changes.
Last
of
minute
course.
changes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, last minute changes.
Yeah.
So, for example, I had a case when I sold the project for 3 different brands. And the last minute TV channel changed the concept and the host. And you know what? I'm not that type of person who can say this is white, nothing happened. So if it's black, I say this is black. I look at the problem usually, and then to try to find solutions and to focus my partners on advantages. The main skill for a salesperson to be able to handle with clients' objections. So that time I focused my clients that the main task of all this project was to convey the USP of the product to the audience. And regarding these changes, the show was perfect. The reach of the show was millions of viewers, and the project was very suitable for direct for these brands, for these products. So I placed all these brands to the new concept of the show and saved the budget.
Successfully, yeah.
Yes.
So,
And usually I recommend brands to listen to the TV channel's opinion, and this changes mostly because TV channel wants to make attraction to the audience, to strengthen this show. So all this this desire to make the best of the best TV show also impacts on effectiveness of the campaign. So a TV channel, first of all, every TV channel is an expert in its industry. So
they do just for the best.
Yes, that's why I offer my partners, my clients, to listen to their opinion and offers.
Yeah.
And everything.
That's amazing. Yeah, actually, you've been working as advertising producer as well.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go a little bit deep to that and just to talk about that experience. What did you do for? What were your projects?
Yeah.
What did you lead?
This is all about project management and client service. I ensured in implementation of all sponsorship projects. I controlled all timelines, tasks of campaign, participated in developing of the idea. So it was many different responsibilities. Also filmed the product placement inside of the TV shows.
What were those TV shows you've been working on?
I worked with different TV shows on Friday's TV channels, such as Пацанки, Tomboys, or Орел и Решка, very popular.
One of my favorites.
Yes, Heads and Tails. Also, it was Evening with Regina Todorenko and Food I Love You, my favorite also show. I implemented all sponsorship on entire 2x2's TV channel, and I worked with Mama Russia on TV3's TV channel.
Yeah. So how do you prepare for that? What was the process?
For the filming,
For the execution of this sponsorship.
You know what? You need to be just a responsible person, and have and multitask. This is what can I say? I worked sometimes with 10 projects simultaneously, and in some of them was 4 brands simultaneously. For filming, I don't have any preparation. You need just to control that production team has the advertised product, to understand its features, to discuss with clients some nuances, again, not to have unexpected outcomes. And that's all, just to have agreed script and to follow the script.
Yeah, so negotiations and controlling the whole process during this. It's just amazing. I'm listening to you, and I know that you changed, you've been working 10 years before as a lawyer.
Yeah.
And you did such a big jump, and you succeeded in a new industry. Share a little bit.
This is an amazing story. In 2015, I think, I became part of a very popular sports community in Russia, especially in Moscow. It's called Sports Section. So members of this community mostly were people from creative fields, especially from advertising. So I made new networking, and some of them became my close friends. And thanks to one of my close friend, Nadia. Hey, Nadia. This is how I wanted to say, Nadia, I love you. Yes, thank you so much. My friend Nadia from this community, she introduced me to her boss, the commercial director of Me Media advertising agency. And that time she believed in me. She believed in my skills. She believed that I have great communicative skills, and she offered me the position to sell Me Media services. Yeah, and after that, I was promoted and switched to Gazprom Media.
Yeah, actually, networking. Yeah,
networking.
That's great.
Yes, networking, and also some strategic to be able to think strategically and logically. This has helped me a lot, and I now understand that my legal experience helped me a lot. Because first of all, my feeling was like, oh my God, I've been a lawyer for 10 years. It was just wasting of time. I didn't like it. And now I'm so happy to work in advertising industry. This is not just my job. This is part of me, my life and my identity. Yes. But then I caught myself that I participated in litigation, in dispute resolutions. This helped me to become a persuasive speaker, a good negotiator, and all of this helped me a lot in advertising industry.
Yeah, so for someone who wants to make such a huge change in their career, what will be your advice?
There is no simple way to change your career. Of course, this is the risk, but I think this is the risk we can take, then to ensure that we are happy and successful. My advice is to just find something that you love and then slowly to make these changes. But if opportunities strikes into you, how it was with me, so grab it and embrace it with everything you have.
Yeah. What do you think made you successful in this new industry, in this media industry?
Yeah, I think that some people can say that this is money, especially for salespeople. Because when you work on commission-based salary, money can measure your success. But for me personally, successful is to feel good in the end of the day. You know, for me, it's more important to build partnership relationships, trust relationships, to hold the respect of yourself in the end of the day. This is priceless.
So that's actually, you answered my last question. What is success? Yeah, great. Thank you so much. It's really, I get it. Yeah, and is there like any books or something you would highlight, which your favorite books or something you would highlight?
Yeah, I can say that I prefer to read something that can increase your skill set. Some of my favorite books is Secret of Power Negotiating, of course. This is negotiation. This is part of my life. Also, The Adult Children of Immature Parents. And if to talk about like classic literature, I'm in love with 1984 Orwell.
It's very actually.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm in love with Queen of South, Arturo Perez Reverte. I think. I hope that I said it correctly.
Yeah, thank you so much. What will be your advice to the person who would love to succeed in media industry and as a salesperson, as you did? What will be that?
I think that if you have this passion, if the TV and advertising industry drives you, so just jump into not to look at that you don't have relevant experience or education, because look at me, I didn't have any like related degree or experience, and I became like the best. Yes, I'm not humble.
The salesperson of the year. These are extraordinary talents in the year. So my congratulations.
Yes. Yeah. And just jump into it, grab it, treat your customer as a partner. I prefer to say that my customers and my clients, it is not just clients, this is my partners. Just hear their tasks, goals, improve the project as much as you can. Even if everything was done through the brief, just do something more. Think about that, like you create a branded content for the TV, so this content influences on millions of viewers. So remember about your values and brand's values and create something cool, useful, yes, smart, kind. Like.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, how people could find you?
How people can find me?
Yeah, so maybe
like what
LinkedIn, social media, how Would you leave any?
Yeah. So people can find me via LinkedIn, Valeria Gorshkova.
It will come up here.
Yes, that's great. This is my new journey to find to develop in the US market. So now LinkedIn is my favorite and the most important network.
Yeah, all right. Thank you
Yes.
so much. I wish you that success, what it means for you, and to be successful here in the US as
Yeah.
well.
Thank
And
you.
Yeah, I'm sure that you will, and you'll find your niche channel or network or any other industry where you could perform your sales skills.
Yeah,
The
thank
best.
you.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching us today on the She Did It show. Remember that the path to success is not always easy, but with determination, hard work, and strong support system, you can achieve your dreams. So go out there and make it happen. And please subscribe to our channel and leave your feedback. See you next time on the She Did It show.